What is up, guys? In today's video, we're going to be using the RPD in Warzone. This is a gun that I don't really see anybody talking about, but if you want something with low recoil, I think the RPD could be the best option in the game for you right now. It's never really gotten buffed or anything, but since everything in the game has gotten nerfed, the RPD has just remained consistent and remained like solid over time. And if you're, like I said, if you're looking for something low recoil, I think the RPD is much better than something like the Krig or the QBZ, especially at this point in time. This RPD is like no recoil, has insanely good damage over range, and like a really decent TTK. So if you're looking for like a no recoil weapon, try the RPD. Like I said, I don't think anybody is talking about this gun for whatever reason. So yeah, I'm gonna have the class set up and a gameplay showing off how good this weapon can be. If you guys do enjoy this video, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you would like to see more, and comment down below what you think of this RPD class setup. So for our RPD class setup, we're going to go for the standard GRU suppressor and task force combo to give us as much damage range, bullet velocity, keep us off the minimap, and reduce our recoil as much as we can from these two attachments. We're also going to go for the Spetsnaz grip to get even less recoil. We're going to go for the 3x sight as per usual in Warzone. You could probably use the 4x with this weapon as well, since it has basically no recoil. So if you're someone who enjoyed the 4x on something like the Stoner or the C58 in the past, this could be a good option for that because of how low recoil the weapon was, but I was using 3x in this gameplay here. And then for the final attachment, I was using GRU elastic wrap to get that ADS time back up to be a little bit more competitive with some of the other top tier long range weapons in the game. Okay. What the fuck are you doing? Go away.
Enemy launched an advanced.
You and the other dude have just agreed not to fight, I guess.
Be advised, UAV is bingo fuel. RTB for resupply. UAV entering the AO.
Oh, it's Thanos? M.
Be advised, UAV is bingo fuel. RTB for resupply.
That's why I feel slow. I have Tiger Team Spotlight on this one. Some of my bullfrogs I've been using patrol grip, and patrol grip like hella improves your sprint speed. And even though Tiger Team helps your movement speed, like the difference on sprinting is just like really high with patrol. I'm not really excited to try anything or use anything because like everything is just decent, you know what I mean?
Bingo fuel. RTB for resupply.
Like, especially update days. It could be really fun to get on and like try to find what the new meta is going to be, you know, and try out different things. But when everything just feels about the same, it's like not as exciting, I feel like.
Overhead.
M4 is a little bit harder to use. And like M4 is just like, I feel like a little bit better for being aggressive, which not a lot of people want to do. But yeah, I don't know what they were thinking with the AK-47. Especially because like they kept nerfing the Krig, because the Krig was like too easy to use because it had no recoil. Which, okay, yeah, it did have no recoil. But at the same time, it had like not the best TTK. So like there was that trade-off. Whereas like the AK has very good TTK and basically no recoil. So like I don't know how the Krig was overpowered in the eyes of the developers, but like the AK isn't.
Gas is inbound. Marking new safe zone.
But I don't know. COD devs don't always make the most sense.
Target mark.
Oh, I just messed up, bro. I needed to hit that airstrike. Never mind. He threw. But I needed to hit that airstrike to force him off the rock, especially because he has a sniper. Like, he could just play that heady for so long. I think he got scared of the airstrike and thought it was on him, but he didn't get a nodie or something. And that's kind of where the AK is right now. Those such COD timing, man.
Bounty target is down. Well done.
Since I had Daddy, I figured I could just go back up into my building there and he wouldn't hear me. And then eventually he would peek looking at bottom. Like, some people only want to shoot at you if, like, you're not trying to fight them. But once you, like, show that you're down to fight, they want no part in it.
Bounty target is down. Well
And there was,
done.
like, explosions going off or something. Like, I think there might be another player over here.
Less than 10 to go. You can
But yeah,
win
this
this.
RPD is pretty, like, nasty. It's just hard to use,
UAV
like,
overhead.
in solos somewhat. I mean, it's not hard to use, but I end up not getting a lot of my kills with it in solos just because of how slow people play.
Be
Like,
advised,
I use
UAV
my
is bingo
SMG for
fuel.
most fights in
RTB
solos,
for
especially if I'm
resupply.
using an LMG, which is, like, slower like that. This guy gonna zip up?
Gas is closing in.
Be advised, UAV is bingo fuel.
Enemy UAV overhead.
But yeah, if you're looking for something like low recoil that still hits,
Request recon flyover.
UAV
UAPD
entering
is
the
definitely
AO.
it. The AK is as well at this point, but I think it's way more likely the AK gets nerfed sometime soon than the RPD does. And I tried it with 4X and I didn't really like it, which is sucks because I like 4X. That guy just completely caught me off guard. GG's. I wasn't even looking at my monitor. Let's look at my chat. But I don't know. I like using the 4X on guns where it feels good, but I just didn't like it that much on the RPD for whatever reason. Like the Stoner and then like the C58 when it first came out with the 4X was so nice.
Request
I
recon
probably should have
flyover.
popped this and then grabbed that
UAV
cluster
entering
when I was
the
still in
AO.
the stairwell. Swordsman. How big the scope is, really.
Gas is moving.
Be advised, UAV is bingo fuel. RTB for resupply.
Only 4 enemies remain. You
The
know
guy I
what
was
to
shooting
do.
died, which is good for me because I don't think these other people necessarily know I'm here. They might, but
Closing in. Relocating the safe zone.
that sucks. No way, man.
Inbound.
Can't do anything to these people. Like, they'll just sit in spots where you can't do anything to them. GGs. They should just fucking do nothing in this zone.
Target marked. Send it.
The guy coming up behind me, I'm pretty sure.
Ay, no sé.
Gas is closing in. Relocating the safe zone.
Oh, he's still down there. I thought I heard somebody below me at one point.
Losing ground. No targets remain.
GGs.
Earn the win.
Building was so OP there.